Guess what? My name is Chris Shelton, and today I thought I'd share with you a very simple vegan recipe. And I'm not vegan, but for all you vegans out there, this is a recipe for you, but it's for anybody because me is not a vegan. What's that called? An omnivore? Is that what it's called? Omnivore? You eat both? Okay. Anyways, that didn't sound right, but yes. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a cashew dip. And what I did already was that I soaked 2 cups of cashews overnight for about 12 hours. And I soaked it in water so that way I could just peel off the skin. So 2 cups of cashews, 2 cups of water that I soaked it in. Okay, so now what we're going to do is drain this water. We do not want to use the water that it was soaking in, right? So it's pulling out any of this stuff, anything that might upset your stomach, for example. It's like soaking pinto beans. You want to make sure you soak the pinto beans overnight and then soak them really well. Well, what we're going to be adding today to make this into a cheesy tasting cashew dip, we're using nutritional yeast. But if you want to make it a little bit sweeter, like to put on like strawberries and stuff, then date syrup, or you can actually soak a whole date in with these cashews overnight, and then this will make a nice, tasty, all-natural dip. Will replace whipped cream. But also too, what we're trying to do is replace like sour cream dips and those kinds of things. So if you're lactose intolerant, so you have an upset stomach, and you like the French onion type dip like I like, then this is such a good replacement to dip your vegetables in, or if you're having chips, to dip your chips in. So let's see how it tastes. Ew. All right, so the next step is we have to dump the cashews into the blender so the blender can digest these cashews.
I didn't know blenders digested things.
It's a new thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They digest, but they don't take it down.
They don't take it down. Right, it doesn't come out the other end. Okay, so we add those. Okay, now what's going to happen is that I'm going to add 2 cups of water. We might need to add a little bit more, we'll see. So I got 2 cups here, let's see what happens. I'm going to actually stop at 1.5 cups and see how things go. I'm going to go ahead and I have a organic lemon from a lemon tree. So I'm going to squeeze that in there. Okay, so then what's going to happen is I'm just going to squeeze a little bit more in here. So it's about a teaspoon or so of, 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. All right. There we go. Then I have 1 tablespoon here of the nutritional yeast. I'm going to put 2 in there, so let's do 1 more just for good measures. So this is going to imitate the cheese for the cheesiest of cheese. And if you watch me on the Chi Club, you know how cheesy I get with my chi words. Cheesier the better. Mm-hmm. Wow, so if you are a vegan, nutritional yeast is so good for people to have as part of their diet to help to give them the protein that they need. There's also probiotic aspects of the nutritional yeast as well too. So if you don't eat animal meat, this is something that's so good to have as part of your diet to help to it's been proven that it actually helps to nurture and tonify the spleen so very well. So one of the things I always talk about that we see in clinical practice is how the spleen for most people in this country is deficient. And so this is something that you can help to build the spleen. And so when we see people with like blood conditions or anemia, prolapses, then that means that the spleen isn't doing its job right, so it can't hold the things in place. So this is something very good and delicious to add to your meal. All types of vitamins in here as well too. So trust me, this is something you want to have in your food pantry, especially if you are vegan and not eating any animal byproducts. Okay, so I'm going to get some Himalayan sea salt. Now this is always to taste, so I'm going to start off small here. It's about 1/2 teaspoon.
Oh, these are big chunks.
Big chunks, but what I'm hoping for is that the whole blend in here. So this might be, I'm going to maybe use a little bit less at first. And then just see how it goes.
All right. Yep.
Okay, let's take a look here to see how this has come out.
Creamy.
Creamy though. I want to go ahead and stir it up a little bit. Now see, I'm glad I didn't pour all the water in, so I could make this a little bit thicker by using less water. So I'm just going to stir it or blend it a little bit longer. Let's see how it happens.
Oh, Oh Lord.
Oh boy.
Let's try that again.
Okay, so that's a little bit thicker now.
Wow.
Wow, let's give it a little taste and see how it tastes. So I'm gonna try it. Oh my god.
Oh my God, that's a good sign.
I'm,
Feeling like it's delicious.
I feel like I can't even talk. It's so good. Like I'm salivating outside of my mouth. Here. So now we're gonna have Emily try it. She's got my taste tester.
It's so good.
Isn't that so tasty?
Yeah, so
Right?
creamy.
So creamy. Awesome. Want another bite? Okay, so right now, so see how creamy that is?
Yeah.
Try to look at that. Now again, if I wanted it thicker and creamier, I'd just add a little bit less water. So you could always start off with 2 cups of water, but maybe only put 1.5 cups in or 1.25 cups in. If you want to divide this recipe in half, then obviously it would be 1 cup of cashews soaked into a little bit over 2 cups of water. And then from there, you soak it all night, and then you put 1 cup of water in there. So you could divide this in half, but because we're planning on utilizing this for the upcoming holidays, we went ahead and made a little bit extra today. So let's try it out with the cracker. All right, so we got some crisps here, some yummy little thin crackers. So this will taste good on here. All right, so let's try it with that. Okay, let's try this. Wow, the right consistency. What can I say? Wow,
Cashew-licious?
cashew delicious. Double delicious.
Should we see if Parisa wants a bite?
AP.
All right.
So what do we have here?
So we have creamy queso cashew dip without the queso.
With
Say
a
that
vegan
10 times
twist.
fast. Without the queso. Okay, here we go. Light and fluffy.
Tasty, right?
Delicious.
Here, now
There's
try-
no cheese in here?
no cheese. No, here, just try it without the
cracker?
cracker.
Okay.
Try that. Oh, I saw nothing.
It's almost better without the cracker.
It's almost better, yeah. So that's why if you're having broccoli, carrots, or bell peppers, whatever, zucchini slices, she's
I'm
pushing the
messy.
kid. This would be good. So this, once again, this is a great replacement for sour cream or sour cream dip. Now, if you want to make it into like a sour cream and chive, you could always, or imitation, but using the cashew, you could always add a little bit of dried onions in here, as well as maybe some chives in there and mix and blend that up too. So you could add whatever you want, but this is, the cashew recipe is the foundation for doing so much. Like I said, mashed potatoes, mix this in with your mashed potatoes as opposed to using milk and butter.
Oh, someone wants to try.
Lulu, look, it's,
Oh, here,
there's
this
already
is how
some on
we
the
clean
floor.
that mess up.
There you go.
Oh, good
you,
girl.
buddy.
That's a good girl. So again, if you want to add some sweetness to this Double D Delight, then what you do is you would not use the yeast, and you would actually put a little bit of date syrup, or you could use a fresh date in there as well too. So this will taste really good for dipping like strawberries and blueberries, those types of things. So really, really good. So
What do you think?
Lulu, sit. Lulu. She just smiled. You see that? She's like, wow, that was so good. Okay, so this is Chris Shelton signing off from a beautiful day in Los Angeles, California, the heart of Hollywood, with Cooking with Chris. And today, once again, I've taught you a very simple recipe that's double D. That is delicious and delightful. Keep your mind clean, everybody. And anyways, this is such a simple recipe you'd use for dips. You can make it and put it in mashed potatoes. There's a wide variety of what you do with this creamy creation of cashews. I'll say that 10 times really fast. So anyways, everybody have a blessed holiday. Until next time, I will see you later. People said, if you don't think that this shirt's funny or if you don't understand it, then I can't talk to you.